that gets this brand is designed with you in mind, catering to all your needs. The soap bar and liquid detergent was created and added to S. Kumar's line of products. This addition guarantees to be mild on the skin, allowing the bar soap to be used as a beauty bar and ideal for hand washing. The liquid soap with added softener leaves your clothes with a bright clean while removing all odor, dirt, and grease. The liquid soap is ideal for your appliances, ensuring great performance. For luxurious laundry detergent, choose a partner.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447.
People, man, are looking for house and land. Who me? I don't watch people things. I's a queen, I have my own king. Have some of them that stalk the most, like they know it all. Ask them how they get their Gucci purse. I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Me and them.
If shame was a person, you'd have been me this morning. I ain't lying. Shame. I need to do the whole show. So what's a shame? We carry him when I need him. Today's a day I need somebody. I swear I need a co-host today. I feel like I'll make it for myself. And I will do this show so far. Yesterday I had to put on shades. I'm doing my show with a bag over my face. Shame. Make Kareem when I need him. Like today was a day I could really use you. Oh, boy. And yes, that's so good, eh? Minding my business. I said, I ain't getting involved in nothing. Leave me alone. Trying to be good Samaritan and oh boy, you're rough. They're rough. Anyways. So yesterday, well, all that I should share because me ain't cost nobody. I was just giving the facts as I got it. How I buy, so I sell. That's why I said I want to be able to see. That's why I said yesterday I ain't editing, I ain't taking out, I ain't putting nothing just so I get it, just so I'm selling. You see all you like bacchanal and mix up? You see all you like mix up. When we day here during the week, we minding my business. We talking about ways to improve our life. with finances, health, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something, and see how much in less than what 6 minutes. You see how much of all over here for bacchanal and mix up. The amount of all I see posting drink water and mind business in 2022. That was just a joke. Y'all just singing this song because it sound good. You see how much of all here already? According to this answer to this song, drink rum, drink punching, and mind your business. When you're drunk, you quicker mind your business. When you're drunk, than when you're drinking water. Because they say sober mind, when you're sober, you have time. When you're drunk, you don't have time to mind people's business. That's not your that's not your priority when you so drink rum and mind your business. Yeah, done. Blame the Facebook algorithms. Okay, we'll do that. So tomorrow when we and I mix up, I want to see if if all they coming back. Anyways, so I need something strong today. I ain't lying. Today's one day I could break my not drinking alcohol rule. One week could I drink in the studio. Today's one day I could take a shot under the counter because this is too much. I swear. According to my friend Chris, how is me? Like, how is me? Why me? Anyway, jokes aside. So we had a situation yesterday. Someone sent in a scenario like we normally do from time to time. And the person basically said the father of their child bought it was the daughter's birthday and 7 days after the fact bought half of the cake and wanted to know if she was wrong for not accepting it. But in doing so, there were some things that was omitted, that was not said. And although we did not call name, this is social media, and like I said, it's a true scenario. The young man said he's gonna check me, but I've not seen him yet. But I was spoke to him, given his side of the story. He said he was gonna fall in and told him he didn't have to go on camera. He can just state his piece, respectful way, exactly what transpired, and we'll leave it at that. I have not seen him as yet, but I was given enough to work with, so even if I don't see him, I can tell you basically. I also spoke to the mother, and I told her, in all fairness, I'm not on nobody's side here. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just gonna lay it down as it was said to me. At the end of the day, only the two of them know the truth, know what transpired, what is. I was not there. I've been given every sort pictures, I've been given screenshots, so I'm on the fence. I'm not picking any sides. Regardless, it still remains that you have to be careful who you choose to be mothers or fathers to your child or children. You can no longer just be having sex all over and get pregnant and think that makes you a mother or father. We still have to be responsible. Now, the father called me several times. He did not, and I don't usually answer messages. I took Messenger off my phone, so it's only when I'm on my iPad I see messages or whatever. But he called me repeatedly, and when I did not respond, he said, identified himself and said that he wanted to talk to me in regards to what's out there. Based on what was said, there are some things that were omitted that he wanted to share with me so that I can put it out there. And I also told the mother that I've spoken to the father, and it's all in all fairness, I think I should give him a listening ear, because it's not fair that I only heard your side, because they say every story have 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So it's important that I hear his side of the story regarding this whole cake saga. All right. And he said that certain parts of it are true, but let's deal with the parts that are not true. The gentleman says that and he sent me pictures to give his side of the story. He sent pictures to add some body and weight to his side of the story. And what he basically said is that the mother was present because he sent me a picture with the child and the said cake, the whole cake, no piece, no half. And he said that the mother, without going into too much details, it's not all your business. Um, Debbie, you have to proceed with caution because it's a sticky situation, and I don't want it to be a blame game because at the end of the day, there's a child involved, and you don't want to have the child, suffering as a result and being because nobody wins in a situation like this. Nobody wins. But at the end of the day, what he basically said is that they made plans to have a photo shoot with the child, and it didn't pan out how they planned it. Like I said, gonna leave out some details. That did not work out. So he decided to have said photo shoot at his place, and the child was there with the cake, the whole cake, little princess cake. Took pictures with the cake, and he said that they even cut the cake in the presence of the mother. The mother even ate out of the cake. Try not to go back my bag. The mother even ate out of the cake, and she left. But the reason she left without the cake is that she does not have a refrigerator. So she could not have gone home with the cake. So he gave, so the cake was cut then. So since it was cut then, he figured you can share it, whatever, since it was cut in her presence. And she ate out of the cake. So he left. And according to him, but that's what he says, she says she has a refrigerator. There was something that transpired before that she didn't have one, but now she has one, and maybe he was not aware because he's unaware that she has one. According to him, she's saying she's got one, but nevertheless, he says it was on that premise that she did not leave with the cake the said night because it was like a two-layer cake. Cake was cut. They ate cake, went home, and then he decided to drop the rest of the cake. She um he said he dropped the rest of the cake after because the mother did not have he said he paid for the cake. I don't want to focus too much on the child give out, it's an under 5 child. He paid for the cake, and it's it's a lot that I don't want to go into because like I said, and I really had to like steer him on the cake path because you know how it is, he say she say and everybody trying to give their side that makes them looks favorable. So it there was a lot I had to, you know because it was, like sometimes you ask somebody to ask them if they're okay and then they just start offloading on you. So it was almost like he wanted that opportunity to offload, and she wanted the opportunity to offload because they both, this one saying, that one is saying. But all I can say, it is a very toxic situation to have a child a part of. Eddie, we owe you an apology. Monty, we owe you an apology. But They didn't have Sam. It wasn't a birthday party. It was basically the three of them. It was a photo shoot. Something they were supposed to have a professional photo shoot. Didn't work out that way. So he ended up arranging a spot in his place, and the took pictures with his phone with the child and the cake. And like I said, I've received the pictures, so I can't say he's lying for that part because I've seen the pictures, whole cake, child next to cake, and what have you. And she, he said they cut the cake there and then. She ate out of the cake. They all ate out of the cake, and gosh, this is too much, yo. And basically, his reasoning for not bringing the cake, the whole cake, or her leaving with the cake the same time, his explanation was she didn't have a fridge. And like I said, I don't want to go into the reasons why she don't have that fridge, but she says she has one, and he didn't know, he wasn't aware of that. Nevertheless, I just want to say this: children should not be used as pawns. Children should not be used in adult games or whatever you're feeling towards a person, whether it's a relationship ending, not working. Children should not be a part of it. Children are innocent. No child has to be here. If you're having unprotected sex, a child is definitely one of the things. Apart from STDs and what have you, a child is something you have to look out for, especially if you're not using protection. And any way you look at it, you can see this is a very toxic situation. And I think that both parents, and I hope the both of you are listening, should try some therapy or some counseling. Therapy works. So the young man is saying he had to come forward and speak because, yes, things aren't kosher between them. There are lots of other, you know, pieces to the puzzle, lots of other, but I really don't want to get into it because it's a lot that he claims he's been dealing with. And she also, there's a lot that she's been dealing with. So there's a lot all around on both sides. So I honestly think counseling and therapy is something that needs, both parties need. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it is important that people, and I'm happy that at least I gave him a listening ear and I didn't just say, you know what, oh, I'm for a woman, da, da, da. Um, it's important that you at least give, because it's, and I would like the same to be done for me. So I hope if the mother is listening that you wouldn't be mad or upset, because I would love if the same is done for me if I'm in a situation where um I can defend myself, or there's something that happened and I'm seeing it out in the public space, not the way it happened. I would like the opportunity to for my side to be shared. And I thought it only fair that I give him that, because he's the other party involved, and it's not fair to just say, okay, well, that's what it is, and not give him a listening ear or give him a chance to explain himself. Yeah. So I wanted him to speak on it himself. Did say he will pop in and talk about it, but have not seen him. I don't know why. Maybe he got cold feet or whatever the reason. But I did have his permission, and I did speak to her and tell her that I will speak to him, and share his side, and she was okay with that as well. It's not to cause any confusion or bacchanal or drama or whatever it is, but these are things that people go through on a daily. It might not be a cake situation per se, but there are other things that happens. Because I saw someone who also said that a situation where the father would come to the home to take his daughter out, would come with clothing for the daughter, dress the daughter, and when he brings her back in front of the door, remove the clothes that he brought and go with it. So there's a lot of little petty stuff that people do when they co-parent. I don't know why. I don't know. Understand if you think you're actually spiting or hurting the person when actually you're hurting your child, because children love regardless. So things happen. Things happen. People break up all the time. Most you do, you move on. Try to be happy elsewhere and make sure your child happiness is the most important thing. You do your best to provide, protect, and all of that for your child. Having children drawn into these situations, it's unfortunate, it's sad, it's is it really necessary though? Who wins really? Who wins in a situation like this? Shelly said she missed his explanation. So let me just recap quickly for those of you just coming in. All right. So the young man basically said, um, trying to omit as best as possible. They had an arrangement to do photo shoot. Photo shoot didn't work out the way they planned with a professional photographer. He bought the cake, paid for it himself. When the plan didn't work out for the professional photographer, he decided to do it at his home. So all three of them, him, mother of child, were at the house, and he decided to, set up a little corner, put the cake, did a little, those little balloon thingy with your age, set up nice picture, nice picture, and decided to do the photo shoot himself. So he took the pictures. They cut the cake. He ate cake. Mother ate cake. Child ate cake. Everybody ate cake. Everybody enjoyed cake. But she did not, according to him, did not have a refrigerator. So he didn't want her to go with the cake because icing and all of that, according to him, hot, melt, spoil, he has a refrigerator. So he decided he was going to keep the cake and then drop the cake. So that's what he did. So he's saying that the piece of cake that he dropped was a result of them cutting the cake on the night or the day or whatever it is, eating the cake and him bringing the rest of it. That's what he said. So it's a two-layer cake, pretty big cake. So according to him, he knew they wouldn't eat all, and probably half will stay there and spoil or whatever. So since it was cut in her presence and they all ate, he didn't think it was a problem to bring it like that. So so that's basically what it is. And that's why I said when things like that happen, the lesson definitely learned for most is wait for the other side first. And like I said, this isn't intended to embarrass anyone. This isn't about making any confusion or drama or anyone. Like I said to her and I told him, the both of you need to come to an understanding or a place where you realize, you know what? We're not good for each other. We're not good. We're toxic. We're not but at the same time, co-parenting is never easy, especially when you aren't on a good on good terms with the other partner. It's never easy. And even though you may not be in a relationship, you still may not want good for the person. You may not want to see them happy. You may not want to see them moving on. And if you see them moving on, you do all sorts of crazy stuff. So that is understandable. But at the same time, when you have child or children in the mix, you have to be very careful because she herself did say, Gail loves to mind my business. Gail, we don't know how to do that, so we're not even trying. Um, Toya, listen, Toya, most of what I post is actually local, but it's just never something like this where a child is involved and people took it out to be really petty. You know, most of it is local things that happen here. It's everyday things, but it's mainly between grown consenting adults and not necessarily having children involved. But y'all doesn't drink water. Drink all your ramas, all your customer, and mind all your business. But I'm glad that I'm glad that she shared her story, and I'm glad that he shared his story. Because, like I said, they're not the only ones. There's lots of stories out there. There's lots of horror stories out there regarding co-parenting. It's a lot of horror stories. Some of it aren't pretty at all. The things that people do, it's not pretty at all. So, and it goes both ways, mother side, father side. Because the amount, just based on that program yesterday, the amount of messages I got in my inbox from fathers as well as mothers, It's a lot, a lot. Yeah. So at the end of the day, yeah, that is a part I don't understand. Because even though you relate a story, that's why I said I posted it and I didn't take out add anything. It was just how I got it, just so the how I buy, that's how I sell. Didn't take out, didn't add anything. I buy it and I sell it just so. And I line I rub my mouth on the man because I see any man that do that, you earn what you earn what you earn what salt. So apologize to the mister already because I mean one would ask, well, why would somebody, But then after you think about it, it's understandable. You know, it's understandable. So all I'm saying is we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful. And if something doesn't work, relationship ends, that's okay. Be okay with that being okay. Because at the end of the day, when you have children involved, they are the ones who will lose out, who will suffer as a result of that. Like I said, there's a lot in this saga. There's a lot of on both sides that needs to be dealt with. And it's not only on her side, on his side as well, because yes, you might be clearing up a situation, a particular incident, but there are lots of other things, you know. Toya, that's one thing I'm never afraid of wearing my shame. I'm never afraid to wear my shame and accept responsibility. Listen, if you can't do that and you consider yourself an adult, you cannot call yourself an adult if you can't accept responsibility and shame. I really went off on him. I did. We wash him, we rinse him, we put him in another cycle, we wash him again, rinse him again, and just pelt him on the line. Didn't even put clothespin. We just pelt him on the line. So I can understand if I'm reading a story like that, of course, that's what you're gonna go with, right? That's what you're gonna go with. So you can't just and I mean we are emotional beings. The first thing you see, especially when children are involved, you're gonna go off. Because like I said, I've seen and heard a lot of things involving baby mother and fathers, but that one was like, what? It was like shocking. It was like, you know, that doesn't excuse other things. I mean, they're both not the perfect, whatever. But at the end of the day, someone says, let's call it for what it is. Regardless of what situation us adults are going through, dragging an innocent child into the mix and making the child suffer as a result is immature and can have negative psychological effect on that child. Some of the stuff adults do, some of the stuff the adults too can be really, um, really petty as well. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story. I would have loved for him to be here to, according to them, defend himself in the court, but I have not seen him. Um, when I'm talking about suffer, I think people are making generalizing in terms of other situations, because it may not be this, but it could be something else that that happens. So I wouldn't say that the child suffered because based on the pictures, she looked pretty happy with a little photo shoot and um her nice little princess cake and what have you from the pictures that was sent to me. She looked pretty happy in them. So I'm not sure. Um like I said, there are other things that I can't comment on, but regardless, you still have to be careful. All right? And like I said, when you're a parent, things may not go the way you want it to. You may not end up with the person who's the father or mother of your child. Things might go wrong, but for the love of God and all that's good, find a place where y'all can coexist, where you can co-parent without the confusion and the disrespect and the back and forth and what have you, because children pick up on these things. You might think they aren't paying attention, but these little sponges, they soak up everything. So please, 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 at the end of the day, let that child or children be our main priority. Yeah, let them be your main priority. If it don't work, it don't work. We've all had failed relationships throughout our lives. We've all had failed relationships. So it's important that we put our child or children first. So I know some were writing for him, and others were like, "Pfft," like myself, we were going hard. You know, some do go hard. We were going hard because it's a lot. Um, so now that we've heard both sides, someone asking when we're hearing the truth. There's just my side, your side, and the truth. Well, the jury's sort of out on that because so Eddie was the only one writing for now Rondell was writing for him a little bit. Really, Sam? That's the moral of the story? Sam, you don't want to know why there isn't one. That's another part of the story. Okay? So as someone says, don't go there. Don't go there, Sam. There's another part of the story that I can't put out there because to me it's not important. It's the cake part of it that's. Anyways, I've just received a message saying that, so I probably won't have to work for the rest of the year. Since I'm so ashamed today, just received a message from Ramesh. Ramesh, somebody saying that I just won myself 250,000 US. Waiting to hear the particulars to collect my 250,000 US so I can take a break, take some time off, and gather myself and put my shame plate back together since the pieces are broken. There's a lot of information, though. There's a lot of information, so that is why I'm not dogging her anyway, because nobody's innocent in this, and I wish I could, tell you guys more. So don't throw cold water on her yet, or him. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle. So don't go buying him beers just yet, or buying her roses, because there's a lot of problems on both sides. You studying all, I have 250,000 US to collect. You know how much I could do that in my broken life? I'm taking 3 months break from all you, no pay leave, and gather my shame plate and come back. Me here, I'm saying there about how to get my money. All you good with all these. So I could definitely go Dubai or somewhere and drink water. It's a desert out there. And mind my business for about 3 months. A nice little place. And invest my money and mind my business. All you good right here. In with all your cake and ice cream manji popot. You type in, Papa. Let me hear what you're saying. So I'll update you all tomorrow as to when I'll be leaving. And I'll be taking a 3 months break from y'all and sort out myself. I know how you get my number, but then again, my number well known, so you probably tired of hearing me struggle, so you're probably looking out for me. So Ramesh tell me I have $250,000 to collect. So when I collect my money, I'll go taking taking a break from all on this rock. I'm going to Dubai for 3 months. So I need to drink water and mind my business because it's desert and it's always hot out there. Now waiting to hear what Ramesh tell me how to when I could collect it or what I have to do. Ramesh, so long as I not to do nothing illegal, we inside. We inside. I'll throw a little party for all you before I roll out and I'll see all in August for carnival. Oh, he's calling. Y'all, I need to hold on, guys. Please hold on. All right, so repeat.
What I'm saying is,
Mhm.
I am at the Grand Bacchanal Juvenile Center in a meeting.
Mhm.
As it stands, when I'm finished here, I will come down in the office and give you my side of the story of what really happened.
Okay.
I'm trying to hospital people up here now to tell them, look, I have something to attend to again. And they almost finished. I don't finish that. I'm in St. Andrews at the Grand Bacchanal Juvenile Center. I'll
Okay.
be down the shot. From here, I'll go straight down there.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I'll shoot to come.
All right.
Hello, where the office is?
We are at Melville
I
Street.
don't really know it.
On Melville Street, next to Republic Bank.
All right, then, okay, sir.
All right.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so father has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. I have things to do. Go drink your water. If I'm given permission to record, I'll do that and post on my page. Vicky, tell your mom hello for me. Yeah, put your manje for what they making out here. I ain't able. Let me deal with Ramesh and get my money and go about my business. Yes, I ain't have energy for all you in 2020 with all them stress. Ramesh, I say nothing but Samsung. Okay, Ramesh says to give my email information and he will email me all the relevant information that I need so we can proceed with getting the transaction done as soon as possible. So I'll steady. I inside 250K US. Yeah, shouldn't tell all them business too because a little green eye and jealousy is a bad thing out here. Anyway, I got to go. I'm gonna hear what my friend's saying here before we go.
I want a loan. I want a loan, please.
See what I'm talking about? That is what I just say. I should not have said anything about my business. Look, I ain't even get the money yet. I ain't even give the man my account information yet and all the begging already. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I mean? I just say I should never speak on live about my business. Look, you want a loan, you want a loan. I tell you. Anyways, you all heard from the gentleman that he'll be popping in the fridge open, Auntie Donna fridge. He'll be popping in to give me more information. So soon as he fall in, um I'll have more information. All right. So stay tuned. Could be part 3 to this. Later, guys. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, and Escoma Variety Store for making our ladies' room possible today. All right.